Look around. This isn't working. Nothing about the system most trust makes sense anymore. You grind day after day, pouring sweat and time into ventures, deals, growth, yet income gaps widen, inequality sharpens its teeth, and frustration boils over. Have you felt it? That choking sense that your efforts fuel a rigged game where capital flows endlessly into pockets already stuffed, while the real potential, the energy, the ideas, the raw capacity of people everywhere gets crushed under failing promises. It's maddening. The world screams equality, freedom, opportunity, but what do you see? The same old stories recycling power and wealth like a toxic loop, strangling innovation, choking ambition, silencing the fire of the few willing to disrupt. You're not just angry, you're burning inside because deep down, you know the game is broken, but the playbook you're dealt insists on business as usual. Every system, every market signal, every institutional handshake is designed to keep the uneven distribution of capital exactly as it is, to reward mediocrity with repetition, not excellence with transformation. That frustration? It's the truth clawing its way out of your chest. But here's a truth nobody is willing to say loud enough. What if capital redistribution, real redistribution, not charity or soft reforms, is the only way to save society from this hell? And not the redistribution of the past, the kind that just spreads crumbs evenly so no one starves, but the redistribution that ignites power where it's actually needed, the rare, the disruptive, the committed. This means something radical. It means tearing down the blinded belief that capital is destiny or lineage. It means demanding that capital flows not according to who last inherited a title, but to those who demonstrate relentless ability and vision. You don't get to sit back and wait for governments or institutions shackled by old rules to save the day. Capital must be rechanneled by you, by founders, investors, and leaders who understand that funding the status quo is death. The opportunity to invest in worlds unseen, ventures unimaginable, people who can actually reshape the future is the real key. Capital must be the fuel for transformation, not the reward for preservation. Here's exactly how you act. First, reject the comfort of past frameworks. Stop throwing money into safe bets, portfolios that mimic yesterday. Hunt down the overlooked, the misunderstood individuals who are working on breakthroughs beyond what the herd sees. Create ecosystems where radical ideas meet radical resources, not by coincidence, but by design. Build autonomous networks that link these few with clear capital flows based not on identity or legacy, but on merit, on relentless proof of ability, on transformative vision. Insist on structures that are dynamic, that require continuous earning and re-earning of trust and investment. This process kills entitlement and breathes life into genuine innovation. Second, tear down borders, not just geographical, but mental and systemic. Operating globally isn't just a slogan, it's a mandatory approach. Push capital where it transcends political and cultural lines, where it frees creativity in diverse, often ignored communities. Leverage strategic globalization to break old tribal chains, connecting the few rare forces of change everywhere on the planet. Imagine the power unleashed when capital meets the individual freedom to create without legacy burdens, without inherited obstacles, a new meritocracy where ability is the only currency. Finally, never forget the power of connection. Capital redistribution isn't charity, it's synergy. It's about building networks fiercely complementary, where founders, investors, builders become inseparable allies in producing results that shatter expectations. You are not alone in this fight. Ignite those connections, make them brutal in their efficiency and generosity, and watch how the few become many, how society doesn't just survive but transforms. The world is screaming for this kind of shakeup, but only those who burn inside with the drive to act will lead it. Capital redistribution, real, strategic, merit-based, is your tool and your weapon. Use it to break chains, to build futures, to fuel the impossible. Now, no more waiting. This is your mission. Demand the future's capital flow reflects your vision, your grit, your unyielding will to change everything.